Yeah, that was a very sad day.
I imagine I heard about it the same day, I suppose,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I bet you did. You were gone.
Yeah, I'm from Denver.
I was in grade school and they announced it there fairly early in the day.
That goes around in our hurry.
Party line.
I was at Bethel College, Reverend John Thiessen, I guess. John Thiessen's lived in North Newton, and that afternoon he decided to invite a bunch of Bethel College students from the Bethel Church at Inman, a carload, to take us to Inman and view the rest of the burning. And then it was difficult because we had to have church services in the high school, and everything didn't feel normal. And
Our principal allowed the ones from Bethel Church to go look at the fire, watch the fire. So a few of us got to go and watch the fire. But anyway, I was going back to, see, I'm rambling. I was going back to when we were in catechism, and it was time for our baptism, which was sprinkled. There was no question about whether you're immersed or sprinkled. I don't think we ever talked about it. And so then that was a dilemma. We were meeting at the high school, and they didn't want something that was holy being baptized to be at the school. It wasn't, they didn't like that. I guess the board, or I don't know who made the decision. And so then Huffman's had invited us to come over there at different times, and so they thought, okay, maybe the baptism of us, I don't know how many there were, Vilma.
there were only 3 of us, I think. You and I and Edwin.
Well, anyway, so they thought, no, if we were baptized in Huffmansau Church, then it would be like we were members of Huffmansau Church.
okay.
So then they had the baptism and the church service that morning in the basement of the Huffmansau Church.
Wow.
So that's where I was baptizing. So that was kind of a thing that I remember all the time, and I will.
I don't
Yes,
know.
but when?
February of 1953.
52. I was in Connecticut, that's when I did.
Carry out some books and things, I think through windows that hadn't had fire yet.
And I was the new kid off the farm, which gave me a little bit of an advantage in high school. But what I remember about that day is down in the locker room in the old grade school building, people told me, your church is burning. And actually, I just, I was a new kid, I thought they were kidding me. And I came home to find out that the church had burned, and I had a brand new niece. Herb and Lillian's youngest, first one, was born that same day.
We had planned our marriage for that summer, and so we were married 71 years ago in a borrowed church, the Huffmansau Church, by Helen's father.
That was a growing experience, I think, for all of us in the church, and especially for us that were in high school.